Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to learn about modification of leaves. So, beside the normal function and structure of leaves described above, in some plants they are modified either to carry out some specific function or to adapt themselves to certain environmental condition. Some important modification of leaves are as follows. Number one, storage leaves. So some some plants of dry habitats or where the scarcity of water is there. Water is not available in sufficient manner, and members of some family Cruciuleaceae commonly have some strongly thickened succulent leaves with water storage region. So parenchymatous cells of these leaves are large and have a big central vacuoles filled with hydrofluic colloids. Such storage leaves resist desiccation. So this is the one of the modification of leaves. Another, that is leaf tendrils. So you have seen the tendril is some coily structure, wiry structure. So leaf tendrils, they are 6 types. So in some plants, leaves are modified into a thin, wiry structure. These coil around the support and help the plant to climb the part of leaf which get modified into tendril are as follow. So number one, there is an entire leaf modification. So in case of Lathyrus or wild pea, the entire leaf is modified into a tendril-like structure. Second, upper leaflets modified. In case of Pisum sativa or Watana, that upper 2 leaves are modified into a tendril-like structure. Number 3, terminal leaflets modified into a tendril-like structure. They are Naravelia. The leaf tip modified into a tendrilar like structure, but here the leaf apex or terminal leaflets, leaf tip is modified a coily structure, that is a Gloriosa superba, commonly known as glory lily, or in our local language it is known as Bachnan, or it is also known as Kalalavi. So due to the leaves attached to the nearest objective, so they are known as Kalalavi. Then for petiole modification, in Clematis hyni or Ranazai particularly, the petiole modified into a hook-like structure. Then stipule modification. Smilax, in case of Smilax, the stipules are modified into a coily-like structure. So these are the leaf modification. Third, that is pines. So leaves of certain plants are modified into a pines as in cactus, opensia, that is opensia. This is an adaptation of the plants, particularly in a xerophytic condition. The spines help to reduce water losses by transpiration. The stem becomes somewhat flattened and leaf-like to perform the photosynthetic function. Besides this, spines also protect the plant from grazing animals. For example, barberry, prickly poppy, etc. So these are the pines. Then another modification is phyllodes. This is the adaptation of plants of xerophytic condition. Here the leaflets fall off very early and the petiole become modified into a flat green leaf-like structure called phyllodes. For example, acacia euryculiformis, example Australian acacia. Then next is protective leaves. In deciduous tree, the vegetative bursts are converted by a small leaves called bird scale. They are stronger than ordinary leaves as they have more sclerenchyma and contains resin. The bird scales protect young meristem during winter season. In the spring, when the meristem become active, the bird scales fall off. Example, ficus, casuarina, etc. Then there is an insect catching leaves. This is the modification. Insect catching leaves. So there are several plants. That plant also known as insectivorous plant or the plant that have the deficiency of nitrogen from the soil. So that plant can catch, trap or digest the insects. Such types of plants are known as carnivorous plants also. So in some insectivorous plant, the leaves specially adapted to catch and digest insect. They digest insect to fulfill their nitrogen requirements. So in Nepenthes, that is pitcher plant. So this Nepenthes plant generally grow in Khasi Hill, where there the soil is deficient of nitrogen, and due to this reason the whole lamina of the leaf is modified into a pitcher-like structure, and they trap the insect, digest the insect and fulfill their requirement. So while the lamina itself is modified into a pitcher, the lead is the leaf apex, coiled structure, coil stalk, it is the petiole and the basal expanded part of the leaf base. When the insect enter the pitcher, they are trapped inside and then subsequently they are digested and absorb features similar to Nepenthes also occur in Sarracenia. Another plant is in the case of Drosera, or it is also known as sundew. The lamina bears numerous spreading hairs or pines, each trapped by a shining sticky globules containing digestive enzymes. They are sensitive to touch. As soon as an insect sits on the lamina, near hairs bend over and completely covered it. The hairs return to their original position after insect has been digested. Another and interesting plant is Utricularia. It is also known as bladderwort. It is a hydrophytic plant, or it is a rootless aquatic herbs. The leaf is segmented. Some of the leaf segments forms insect catching bladder. The mouth of the bladder is provided with a valve which open inwards, and the small living things they take inside and digest it. So this is known as bladder wort. Okay.